Welcome to the Diversity of Thought podcast. I'm your host, Kwasi, and today I have my team. What's good, ladies? It's been a minute. We ain't recording a minute. What's up? How you guys doing?
Good.
What is going on? It
So,
is good.
so introduce yourself to the world. So everybody know
I'm
who we're talking to.
I'm T Marie from Tennille's point of view. I'm excited to talk to you about today's topics.
Oh my
Let's
God.
get it in.
Muffin with Unfiltered. We're about to
Yeah.
have some unfiltered conversations.
There's one about to be spicy. So let's get to
Yeah.
it. Hold on a
Let's
second. So I bought a player short from YouTube that's going to tell us exactly what we're talking about today. Cool. So let me press play.
So this time last year, we were in the midst of the Diddy trial. We were hearing very explicit details about these freak-offs and all these male sex workers. And now here we are in 2026, and we are getting leaked footage of the freak-offs. I was just minding my business, scrolling on this good Sunday morning, and I see a video of Daphne Joy and Sly Diggler doing whatever Diddy paid them to do. The video was 40 minutes long. I didn't watch all 40 minutes. I saw just enough to get a gist of what was going on. And I think this is insane. I feel like 50 Cent is somehow involved. I can't confirm that, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he has something to do with it. I saw way more of Diddy than I needed to see. And saying that I saw more
He
is
didn't
pretty
say want to
laughable because
see.
it wasn't much to see, if you're catching my drift. It was given
I did
very
not watch
much
the video.
shrimp basket. I see why he was paying other men to go do the job for him. Because when you just have them extra inches, you can reach spots that maybe Diddy can't reach on his own. The other guy in the video was Sly Diggler. He's a Twitter freak. And it's kind of funny because at the end of the day, Diddy was basically just scrolling Twitter, picking out whichever guys he liked and paying them to go sleep with his women. I haven't even had my coffee yet, but I'm seeing freak off footage. I'm at the coffee shop though. Well, y'all can't see, but you know, they making the coffee. But yeah, I'm gonna get caffeinated and then I guess I'm gonna just talk to y'all later. I don't know.
Yo, he too extra, yo. But oh my God.
He extra, but he on point. Cause let me tell you.
Pause, because I'm a man, right? So we having this conversation. So I just say a big pause because I want to be judged for you having a conversation. Because one thing I ain't, I'm not the nanny police. But one thing I would say, see, this right here is the one thing men can't stomach. Their baby mama being exposed in this manner. Let's talk about it.
Muffin, I'm gonna let you lead with it because that's a lot. It's a lot to unpack.
Well, I was about to say when he was like, the baby mom, I'm like, well, the baby already came out of there. So, you know what I mean? He don't own it no more, but first of all, they were unprotected.
Yeah. They were protected and baby oil involved. I don't get it.
That was concerning to me. I mean, because we're talking about a sex worker, you know what I mean, and unprotected. So yeah, that's just how I'm like,
maybe they going old school. You know, back in the old school when they did porns and stuff like that, they did the little test kits.
Nah, but to be honest with you, those people tend to be the most, they're very healthy. They go and do the screenings. They went and do the test results and stuff. Because I look at, you know what I'm saying, another porn enthusiast. But when I look at documentaries and stuff, they talk about how they do it. They be on top of their health. Because
the documentaries. When was the last time you seen a documentary?
I seen a documentary today. I was doing my research for this topic.
According to the doc series, I mean, and that is, listen, that is what they do. They have they test kits, and now you know you can get test kits from anywhere. Walgreens, Target, you can get them from anywhere. And I don't know if you ever seen Being Mary Jane. She had an episode where she wanted to get down and dirty, and she had all these little test strips out test kit before she got intimate with this guy. And she was like, before we get started, this is what's gonna happen. And unprotected sex, not that I condone it. I be safe because it's everything out there. It's different. It's nowadays, I don't think people fear how we feared, HIV, getting something that you can't get rid of. I don't want nothing that itch, scratch, or bumps up. I'm
right?
Nothing that don't belong there. Yeah.
I'm so good.
When in a relationship, right? In a place of trust and stuff. So I understand intimacy without protection in a relationship, because that's where there's an incredible trust level there. But this is something totally different, right? So case in point, he's wealthy. Wealth magnifies who you are, right? So clearly, he has a different level of stomach for other shit that I can't stomach as a man, because I could never sit and be witness to this nonsense that he's partaking in. The other thing too, we had to think about 50 Cent response.
Oh, it's coming. 50 already was taking her to court to get custody of his son. And remember, around this time, he was trolling her, calling her a sex worker. He's
a little sex worker. That's
yes. He was like, I'm getting full custody of my son now. It's a wrap for you. But at the same time, 50, you knew about this.
I was about to say, like, what did she do before, like when he met her?
She was passed around anyway. So it's not as if you didn't know that this woman was a 304. She was. That's who she is. And you allowed yourself, now you look stupid. Now you got egg on your face and you look foolish because you wifey the 304. You got a baby buyer. Men say they don't want a hoe. They'll never wifey a hoe. But you do. She was a dancer, a video vixen. She was passed around through the industry. And now all of a sudden it's a problem because she was getting down and dirty as a sex worker with Diddy. I mean, hey.
Well, quote unquote, she's not a sex worker. She was in a relationship. And Puffy was her lover. That's exactly what she said at trial. That was her man.
Oh.
They just had an understanding. He could do what he wanted because, But
how long ago was that video? How old is that video?
That video was right. Well, it had to be around right before the trial and stuff like that. Because until he went to court, she was involved with him. He was paying all her bills.
Oh,
yeah.
Was he paying her bills because she was well, okay. So we can't go down that route because you don't want to accuse her being a sex worker because they were dating, quote unquote. Right. And if you say I'm dating, these are gifts or luxuries that you get of being part of my harem or my poly life now. Yeah. So I can have multiple women and everybody's okay with what's going on. So being that everybody's okay with what's going on, you benefit from the perks. I mean, Diddy I will still say this, I'll still stand firm to it. The only thing guilty about Diddy is one, he has domestic violence issues. He is an abuser. And then two, he a freak. He freaky to all ends. And no matter how size his little area is, as they're saying.
She call little area.
Roll, let it roll.
She called it a vagina. Oh gosh.
A vagina. Right. Whatever it is. Whatever, how big, how small, whatever it is, he's still getting it in. Because young Miami wasn't complaining.
No, that was money.
A little tickler. He got a little tickler.
That was money. Man. That wasn't because she was enjoying his company and he was such a male Lothario and he was a Casanova. That was because he had money. That's the reason why Puff Daddy, 50 Cent, baby mother get caught up in this nonsense because Puffy has money. From all accounts, all the documentaries, he's not a nice person.
He's not a handsome person either.
You see, but I can't sleep for that. He's not a nice person, yo.
You say you think he's cute?
I think Diddy is cute. He got, what makes Diddy cute?
His money.
Money.
Not only the money, before he had money, he looked like, you know how a dude, you see him like, oh, he must smell good. The way he dressed and the way he carry himself, I feel that he's very charismatic. He's very, me personally, I like arrogant. I don't want to say arrogant, but I like an assertive man. I like a person that is, you know, he is firm on his self. He is strong and independent mindset. Like the Puffy's mental ability to like finesse his way into anything. He has a mastermind. He has a blueprint in himself for how he does. Yes, very slick, but he is confident. That's the word I'm looking for. His confidence says a lot about him. Now,
so everything I heard so far,
I like his waves, and I like his waves.
Okay, because I was waiting for you to, because you said he was cute, so I was so waiting to hear the one, you know, like the cute part, and I heard about the confidence. I heard about the hair.
You like, girl, he ain't cute.
You know what it sound like? You know what it sound like? It sound like say something nice. So you like, you know, they show you something funny looking, say something nice, and you like, he looked like he smelled good.
Yeah.
He's
finding something that justify. Let me tell you, it's right. Money makes you attractive.
Like, I know he wear expensive cologne. Look at him. I know he smells good. He's cute.
I time my girl posted Jay-Z, and she's like, he's so handsome. And you know what I said to myself? Is because he's rich. Jay-Z. She's like, I said, because he's rich. That's the reason why he's appealing, because he's rich.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, that money.
Okay, Jay is a whole different type of, I can't even give you that one. Now, a woman told me recently, she was like, you just got to make sure he look good in your eyes. He got to be at least good on the eyes a little bit. Jay-Z, Diddy, it's like, Jay-Z is he got a lot of features. I don't know. He's not one of those guys you'll be like, yeah, nah.
Right. Let's say you had, you know, your friend coming from out of town, and she's like, you know, hook me up with somebody, you know, and you're like, okay, and you're like, nah, he's not one of them. She hear him on the phone, like, ooh, he sound cute. Like, no, not him.
Right. Now, Jay, he does have a nice voice, right? You hear him rapping or the way he talks, his flow, he has confidence. He's very assertive.
I love his music.
Sometimes comes across as arrogant. So he has that swag walk. But I
love his music, I gotta say.
Love his music. So, you know, being that we're talking about sex workers, Jay-Z got some nice lips. Just like men look for women with nice lips, Jay-Z got some noise.
Oh my God. When this clip up, I'm about to talk about y'all.
He looks like he got like 2 pairs of lips up there. He probably,
girl, but them lips will do some good things.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm about to go viral.
He got some nice lips.
Like, it's the lips.
It's the lips. So I know what Beyonce be like, yeah. And Hov look like he putting it down, so we ain't gonna have no stories about, you know, Tootsie Roll or whatever.
But you know what? They're very private too, so you know.
That's the thing, though.
Be really,
when you're existing in that world of freak offs and wealth, you're supposed to be private. You're supposed to be so private that none of this gets leaked up, because this will impact your brand. This is going to impact the public perception of you. Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question, right? Because it's just Daphne. You know, eventually Kwasi tape will get leaked also.
Oh yeah, but the sad part about Kwasi, she probably got a whole catalog of tape.
A whole catalog. And the crazy thing about it is, from what we heard with the sex workers and stuff when it came to her, is way more disgusting than what we saw today. Way more disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, it takes you into that other world, right? Yeah. So when we're talking about exploring your sexuality and how comfortable you are in being adventurous, as they like to say, how far would you go? Right? How far are you going? I realize this might be TMI. I'm a little boring. I have to say, in today's world, I used to be like, hey,
Nah, exactly.
Not so much. In today's society, the things that these women do, you be like, oh wow, how did you do that?
People really live in a bubble, right? Because they are under the thing like, I'm gonna live my best life and I don't care what nobody think. But let me tell you something. How people perceives you determines their level of investment. So you have to care what others think. Because this right here, I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole thing, this happened over the last 24 hours. We hear that from 50 Cent, but best believe this week about to be lit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hear from him.
This week is gonna be jumping off. Not only are we gonna hear from 50, but I'm curious to see what Daphne's response is, because as you said, she portrayed herself to be his woman, not his sex worker. He had a harem of women. So which girl were you? And his main women that I can remember was his last baby mama, Love's mom, right? So she stand 10 toes down for him. She wasn't going for none of the foolery. Didn't even really say she partook in any of the freak offs. She allowed Young Miami to be that person. It seems like she took the place of no, she didn't.
No, she didn't. But we don't know. We don't know. I'll be honest with you. The only person I don't think that got involved in all of this, the only person I don't think that got involved in all this was J-Lo. I think everybody else was complicit because of his status and the amount of money. The only person that had money and stuff that could be like, nah, I'm not partaking in that is Jennifer Lopez. Only person. I think everybody.
Well, she did say her love don't cost a thing. So,
and then they even talk about Kim Porter. They say Kim Porter was involved in his lifestyle also. That's a thing.
They say that. Okay, I'm gonna disagree with you about J-Lo. The reason why is because whatever happened between her recent marriage with Ben, it also involved the Diddy stuff. So he probably found out some stuff he didn't want to know about his wife. J-Lo, that's crazy. J-Lo, no, you don't think so? J-Lo flipped when that gun case came up, right? She was like, I ain't going for it. Or we can also say J-Lo was a publicity. It was to create her image, to create her brand. So maybe that's why she wasn't involved and you didn't see her part of the sex workers, but she knew something.
Now you hear the rumors. You hear the rumors. This is just happened overnight. You know what I'm saying? This was just happened overnight, yo. This has been going on for a long time. But
J-Lo butt was up in there in them videos.
Nah, I ain't gonna put on J-Lo. I think she wasn't part of this nonsense, man. But this is crazy, yo. But you know what's crazy?
I gotta kill that moment real quick, right? So this thing it was kind of bothering me for some time, right? With Kim Porter is the way she died.
Yes.
That was a little concerning to me. She died, she had pneumonia, and she just died. Yeah. And now usually, you hear somebody die from pneumonia, it's like usually something, and then you hear how Puffy is like out there and they in that lifestyle. I don't know. I just, and that whole thing about him, drugging people, I think he was infecting people. That is my opinion. I feel like it's something going on besides the fact that, he's like he got a little baby wiener, but that could be it too. It's like you don't see it. No, you didn't see it. You was sleeping.
Listen, I don't disagree with you on that.
It probably was cold. Pause. Probably was
cold or not. I didn't watch the full video. I have to finish watching it, but I
saw that part when he turned around.
Oh no!
I can't get that out of my head. Like I haven't watched. I can flush my brain real quick.
This is where I'm at with the whole thing.
I need a neuralizer.
Kim Porter's death, rest in peace, Kim. Definitely came to be a shocker. Not a surprise how all of it started to unfold with Diddy, coming, popping up at the house, all the things that the domino effect of events that were going on.
Yeah.
And she was also writing a book about her life, how he silenced her. in so many different ways. I used to always think it was odd that the holidays, birthdays, whatever case may be, they did a co-parenting that was beyond unreal to me. Everybody was in the same pajamas. Everybody played a part, and they appeared to be okay with it.
So
I co-parent. I just didn't co-parent that well. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you a question, right? You wasn't seeing the sign of control. All that is control.
Oh, it's definitely control.
Clearly, because we've seen it now based on all the information that came out. Because I watched the Puffy documentary 50 Cent did. All that stuff he was controlling. He controlled down to the T. He was controlling and he was very insecure. Because all this is controlling and insecure.
He has every reason to be.
Imagine you have all this money and you have to be insecure. You can have any woman in the world, but you're so damaged as a man. You have to control and be insecure. You have to be abusive, and he could never be a titan in business again. His brand is tarnished forever. His legacy.
Let me tell you why he's insecure, right? Besides, of course, the baby wiener, right? Okay. He has no talent. I'm sorry, he has no talent.
I'll push you back there.
Okay, hold on. Wait. No music talent. No music talent. Maybe he's good at, because obviously, he's a billionaire or whatever, right? So he got there somehow, right? So maybe I just think he's just really slick and pushy. Okay. And what does he do? Okay, tell me, like, what talent does he? Did I miss something? Because
he's a musical savant. He have an ear for music. Because for the most part, he put the music together. He have producers, and he's a savant when it comes to business. He knows to pull people together and align them in a way for them to give incredible music. Because I'll be honest with you, Puffy has some class.
So that's his talent then.
That is
but
talent.
It's not the actual, in it talent.
No.
Like he can rap, he can dance or something like that. Okay.
That's his talent.
He can dance. Now, he was known for his dancing. He
can dance. Let's be real.
But
we're from the Caribbean. We know dancers. We're from the Caribbean. We know dancers. He can't dance.
He knows how to move. He probably moves along and know how to do choreo. To listen and follow directions to choreography. But I don't know about dancing.
Y'all saying he can't.
No,
he ain't busting no grape.
We had the dancing style.
Here's his style. That's right. That's it.
No talent, yo.
Yeah, he has an ear for music. He's great at finding talent. He's great at pushing people to get to where their talent needs to be. I believe every artist, without a strong producer or a strong manager, sometimes they don't make it to the success where they see where they can grow to. So I feel that he did develop a lot of great people. But I always thought it was a mystery, especially shout out to Biggie, R.I.P.
No, Biggie was a talent.
Biggie was a force, right?
Yeah,
you can't take that away.
Mace was a talent.
Mace was a talent.
He knows to put talent around himself and to ride the wave. He knows to do that. He knows to be a part of it. He knows to pull business.
Ride the wave is yes.
Yeah,
he showed was just using everybody else's talent to make money.
But that's a talent in itself, though. And he knows
that's a talent in itself. So he's just a recruiter, really, like a kind of recruiter, coordinator, or something.
Yeah.
Con man.
He is the marketer. He is the CEO. He knows how to brand it. He is the creative force behind that, and you can't take that away from the man, because when he started thinking of different ways of building his own label and his own brand, he did that. That whole image of Bad Boy. Bad Boy wasn't nothing new. Bad Boys was started with the Detroit Pistons. He copyright off of that name, you know what I mean? And then he just took it to a different level. I think with this is the other thing, talking all in circles, going back to his small his small body parts. A lot of these women that he was dealing with were bisexual, right? So maybe they was thinking they was having sex with a woman. Hell, I don't know. But
or maybe they was like good, because that way he not going, they don't really feel it, so it's kind of like it's not happening.
He still had some babies out of it, so he had to do something with.
I heard he was a turkey baster.
People could talk about a man having a small small lumber. It don't matter. He still used it.
That ain't lumber. That's like a pencil.
He still used it. He still called the body, yo. He still called the body.
He still was able, whatever, take away the freak off.
Money.
Okay? Take away the freak offs, money or not. Them women did love him because they had babies. And yes, money does create it, but it doesn't create the jealousy that Kim Porter had. Kim wasn't playing with them with all that other foolery. That's why they was getting into fights and issues and all that other stuff, because she did actually love the man, right?
She probably did, but love is magnified because of the money.
She loved him, okay? Cassie loved him. So I hear y'all. Money does pay the bills. Money does make them look good. But at the same time, they was a little off. Them women, you know, when a woman gets a little off kilter and she does different things, you also do that not only for the money, but you do that because, okay, maybe he's going to choose me. A lot of times what I was hearing in the court documents when Cassie was talking, she always wanted to be better than Kim Porter. She wanted to be the chosen one. And because he didn't choose her, that broke her spirit. And only thing that could break your spirit like that is love. Because she had all the money.
Well, she didn't. She have it now, though.
Each his own. That's all I'm saying.
She have it now. She didn't have it before.
Like, I never thought like he was cute or anything. And then especially after like the documentary, and I don't know, I just have this dislike for him. You know, just you know what it is for me, what it was? Hearing all of these people tell their story, and we're talking about grown men crying in tears, right? Because he made such an impact, a negative impact on them. Like grown men in tears. If you notice, anybody who has come into contact with him is messed up in the head, messed up. Like you see it, like they on drugs, they on, you know what I mean? And it's like, this man did something to them. Imagine waking up. What was the other one? The musician.
Yeah, Rod.
Who was like, Rod. Yeah. And then you got all this money and you have this man using his talents, missing out on time with his kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then here's the thing. If this is true, putting people to sleep, drugging them, and, you know, that's a violation. That's a different type of, you know what I mean? And then recording it. And that is so disgusting to me. It's like, maybe he is actually cute. I just can't see past it. I mean, maybe you know what it is. Maybe you know what it is. It's probably them elbows. Sometimes you be like, oh, you look at them elbows, you're like, he probably got some sexy elbows.
The elbow.
I can't see it.
The elbow.
I'm telling you, it's got to be the elbows. It's got to be the elbows.
It's not the elbows. I believe it was his charm, his money.
Money, definitely.
Right. And before he had money, think about the other guy that was in love with him. That was not the one who signed his shares away. Do you remember him?
Are you talking about from the?
He robbed him. His assistant.
His assistant. That man was in love with Diddy. Still is in love with Diddy.
Oh my God!
Wait, because when you say in love, you got like.
I think
I'm not talking about a friendship type of love. I'm talking about they had something going on. That man.
They did?
Y'all didn't read between the lines.
No, I didn't read.
Okay. Because you're reading between the lines. I thought, because I thought you saw something somewhere.
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't see anything anywhere. It was just the way that he would talk about him. You know how you see the nonverbal communication of how someone talks about that they love. He loved him so much that he hated that man. You know what I mean? And the only hate that you could have for someone like that is when
somebody
you're
to break your heart.
Somebody to break your heart. Go back and watch the documentary and see how he talked about him. See how he couldn't believe that he would make him sign over his shares. Like all the stuff he felt.
I think it's because they grew up together. They grew up together. That's why I think it.
And he watched him, like he actually watched him, progress throughout the whole career and stuff like that.
That's what it is.
He wanted that Diddy-ness. He wanted that baby oil.
think he wanted his money, and I think that's how he keep you in there too. It's like, oh yeah, I got you. It's kind of like gambling, right? So you're in there and you're like, damn, I put in all of this, I gotta get something, and then you lose. You're like, nah, I can't go home like this, right? I gotta keep going. I think it was something like that. Because he always owing somebody. For somebody with all of that money, he was like really cheap.
What you think is gonna happen to Daphne though?
Nah, she about to get ostracized, yo. They about to throw her in the blender. Do you think she deserve it?
What? Okay, being a woman, I always want to stand for another woman. I always want to protect another woman. She needs protection at some point, right? But at the same time, you did this to yourself. Exactly. So it's like, how much can I protect you and stand up for you if you gonna call out abuse later? When this wasn't something where you didn't volunteer to do.
I look at that tape. There's no abuse. There's no abuse associated with that tape. You know what it was? I wanted to get me bags, shoes, rent paid, and I wanted to experience the high society life. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to lock in that experience. You know?
And you gotta add, she's talking about kissing the dude.
She was kissing.
Is a whole different type of intimacy.
It is.
Talk about it, because we're gonna hold people accountable for this type of stuff. This is what you want to do. You want to kiss, you want to roll in the bed, you want to hug up on, you know what I'm saying, want to romance, because the whole thing was romantic. What's some romantic shit? Real talk. I was like, yes. They like each other, yo. That's what it looked like.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And it wasn't like this is a one and done thing. When I started the video, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Y'all done did this before. You're comfortable with each other,
right?
When y'all know how it is when it's your first time. You got the awkward movements. You're not quite sure.
Right.
You're moving funny. She was very comfortable. Very. It wasn't like she was putting on a performance. This is something that she's done with this person. So yeah,
she did a lot of optional stuff, like just the whole and then Diddy's sitting there watching that, yo. And then who asked that? What kind of man is he? Well,
I ain't gonna lie to you. You gotta be a different type of man to sit through that, yo. Because I can do it.
He a different.
I can do it, yo. Oh my!
He in the alien files, like.
He's in the alien files, but you have going to those individuals that have these other type of fetishes, right? He is one of those that have a fetish of enjoying watching. So
this is crazy, son. I didn't even know what to say about this.
You got all types of fetishes for real, like just.
I mean, they got.
I need to figure out this shit. This should make me sick.
Hedonism. He's one of them hedonism people. You know what I mean?
You know what it is? Actually, he's just really badly damaged too, though.
Yeah.
Talk about
like unresolved issues, and that's I mean, the fetishes could be real, but I think they stem from something else. Especially with his mother too, like kissing your mother on the. Why is your mother in the parties and stuff with the freak offs and?
His mom was in the freak offs?
No, they were doing IVs and stuff together.
The Ibiza parties and stuff. She used to be a part. She used to go to it. I know.
The freak offs, because she in the freak offs.
I can't say that because I don't know how complicit she is.
I gotta show you a clip. There's this clip where he's like leaning over and like, kissing her or whatever, and they're sitting there doing the IVs because after the freak offs, they're like dehydrated and stuff. You know what I mean? And they do these IVs or whatever, and they're sitting next to each other doing IVs. Yeah. You got to read the whole story about how, I think, what was it? His father died, and she used to have people at the house, and I think they were, kind of used to have like freak offs at the house. They were like really sexually open.
I think they had adult parties, like
adult parties. You know what I'm saying? Back in there, they might have an adult party. They might have a tray of drugs. Everybody having a good time and stuff.
Yeah,
they had
they had a little kickback.
That was an old time hustler from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So he was a pretty boy. He out here with the minks and the cigars and shit on the platform shoes and the car.
But his father did he even know his father like that?
He died early.
He died
very early. Man, this is crazy. Yeah. This is explosive content. Yo. We are about to get clipped and we're about to go viral, and it's your fault because I'm not taking ownership of this.
You not have. I honestly think a lot of times when we talk about people's childhood and they were, situations and that nature, we like to categorize it as abuse, right? Because it's not familiar to us.
Consensual.
It's not. It is not something that, of course, we feel that is normal, right? And in his world, that was normal. That was something. That was something that he experienced. I mean, little Richard, Richard Pryor. He was
Richard
raised
Pryor
in a
story,
whole house.
That's some crazy thing. We had to talk about. I want to do an episode about the Richard Pryor thing because that is nuts.
Right.
That's
So
okay, now you got. Yeah, I gotta check that out now.
A lot of these artists, or even people that we know, our great aunts and or aunties, depending, or uncles and whatnot, they had friends or they knew people who parents were pimps and hoes, and they had parties at the house. I mean, even Aretha Franklin, she her dad, he was a preacher, you know what I mean? Like he was like, come down and sing, and they would have the parties and they had her singing. So for us, and even the generation,
that Aretha Franklin movie is real.
It's real.
What that? What is Jennifer Hudson acting it? Is a very good movie.
It's a very good movie, and when you think about that, I'm not saying that is okay. I'm not going to say that they were abused, but the abuse did come because they exposed their children to different things that we did not find to be normal or was not in our life. So does that abuse? It doesn't okay for their whatever lifestyle, but I'm not going to say either that because it's not my normal, it shouldn't be yours, right? So each is on. If that's what you want to do, if you want to have freak offs, if you want to be freak nasty, and because you were raised around these individuals and that's where your appetite for sex is, then go for it.
That's
the unresolved issue. Yep, that's where it's unresolved because it is natural to them, and that's like all they know. You know what I mean? And so just even not just the exposure to it, but you're exposing them to people when you have these people at the house, and you got other people with all types of other kinks. You know what I mean? They're around your kid, so
yes,
that's the one thing access. Not right.
Have you read Gabrielle Union's book? Gabrielle Union said that she started masturbating at an early age because she was humping her teddy bear or she was rubbing something up against her and she enjoyed that feeling. So she started masturbating at an early age. So you think about that in itself and it's like, what? How did that even occur?
It had to be something. It had to be. Yeah, I think it was.
We equate that to abuse, but she was not abused. She just did it on her own.
People be oversharing. That is something you take to the grave, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's something you take to the grave.
That's how you just tell your best friend and y'all just see
that is something you don't tell nobody. That is something
you write in your diary. Right,
because we're automatically thinking like, oh, somebody must have touched her, or she.
And so she confirmed and she said, no, that has nobody.
Nothing with abuse. She was never abused.
Right,
but we automatically think like, oh, this poor person was somebody must have touched her. Was she touched as an infant, and now she has, she has that feeling. This is my thoughts. This is just my thoughts. I don't know if that is the case, but I always say your normal and my normal may not be the same. I'm not here to fix or correct you. If you have an appetite of sexuality that is different, then that is going to be on you. And we know with money becomes power. And with power, just as you're dating and well, not even dating, as you have access to more things, you are brought different sexual appetites. I'm sure Diddy had threesomes at an early age, and then that wasn't desirable anymore, and then it just evolved and evolved and evolved. I always tell people, I never completed college. You wanna know why? Because I might smoke a little weed. That's about it. I can't advance to the cocaine. I never completed college. When you go above the high school stuff, I'm one man, one woman. I never graduated to women or two men. I am still that person, the childish mindset of high school when it comes to that level or that whatever freakiness, I guess. You get what I'm saying? That's my analogy of it.
People have different level of perversions, yo.
Mm-hmm. But with Diddy, though, I think his came from, again, the little man. You know what I mean? And that was, because think about it, right? One-on-one is totally different, right? It's just you're paying attention to this person and what they're doing, and he is responsible for pleasing you with the little thing, right? So it's kind of like if you got to spice it up a little, so that way you're not really quite paying attention to me, right? And there's somebody else who, so it's sort of like a distraction. You know what I mean?
I agree. Listen, I agree with you. What's that song? I don't like no short man. You remember that? Remember? I don't want no teeny, whatever, however that song went, right?
Oh my God.
I can't, right? I can't say that is something that I've always had to, that's not something I'm looking for. But what I do know, you're going to have to close your ears, Bottega. As women, right? We know that most of the times men that who don't have girth or don't have the length or whatever, they may be able to utilize their other skills. If they know how to work it, they will work it. And sometimes length and girth, you may not even be good with what you got. You were blessed with a weapon, and then you ain't working it right.
Oh my God.
Listen, Diddy may be a short man, right? He got the money. He had the mind to let these people be like, hey, y'all gonna perform for me. As he used his artists, he used these sex workers to perform for him, and he was getting his freak on. The man was nasty.
So let me ask you this question in closing, right? In closing. We're about to wrap up in a second, right?
Okay.
So when he comes home, how do you think he will be perceived?
Who?
Puffy.
We were just talking about that. I was just talking about that with my husband.
I mean, it's gonna be take that. Diddy is going to, he gonna drop an album probably. I don't know what the man is gonna do, but he still making
albums.
Nah, that's over. The music career shit is over. Nobody gonna listen to that shit. That shit is over.
Well, guess what? He does have something to fall back on. He does have a college degree. Oh no, that's right. He lied about that. Oh, yeah, never mind. So yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. He never finished school. Didn't he drop out of
right?
Or
right. I heard. Did they remove his name from something or whatever, and then
he lost all his he lost all his just giving the honorary doctorate for the school and stuff, and because of accomplishments, the key to the city, he had the key to the city for New York. All that stuff is tainted. He's done.
He could probably do ads for baby oil.
He probably could.
I don't think he's gonna either do ads for baby oil or whatever. He's always gonna be a continuous joke, right?
Yes.
But man will never be broke. One of the things, he will never be broke. So with that being said, he may end up being a silent partner in other business ventures that we don't even know about. Like a lot of people want to mute and silence certain artists when we don't realize that they're songwriters, they produce, they've put money behind artists that we still bopping and enjoying their music to. Right? It's just like trying to mute R. Kelly. You're gonna mute a whole catalog of artists that you don't even know.
So you mean, and then he has residual income and stuff like that, right?
He get paid for royalties and publishing and stuff. So he can pivot, because I'll be honest with you, if he decides to sell his publishing, he'd probably be a billionaire for the publishing. So he still has the publishing, because on his publishing, he have Biggie, he have Faith, he have Mace, he have all these people and stuff. So if he do decide to sell his publishing,
didn't Mace leave him though? Well, he has older.
But he has the whole thing. So
Yes,
So
it's
that's
He
over.
must have made so bad. Mace was like, he grabbed the Bible.
he would never be broke. He would never be
He will never
broke.
be
But
broke. He'll never
that
be broke. He's
it's,
making money right now.
his celebrity life is over. And with
Mhm.
that brings us to a close. Thank you, ladies. I really appreciate you because this was an impromptu episode that we must have. And
Impromptu is the best.
It is.
Prepare yourself to be viral because it's about to go viral.
I know they're gonna be talking mad craziness. So it's what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, subscribe, and share. Until the next episode, peace. We out.
All right.